Hello. Today I'm going to talk about the ritualized section in Deep Work by Cal Newport. This is basically the part of the book where he explains what you do to complement your deep work session. It's just basically like rituals that you do. It breaks it down into 3 points. He speaks about where you'll work and for how long, how you'll work once you start your work, and how you'll support your work. So, going back to this first point that I just said, where you'll work and for how long. This could be something like you're either in your own room, in your own study room. Like for me, I'm inside my bedroom. I've got like my books there, my computer there. I've got everything all set up and I can do lots of good deep work. Or it could be like someone who works in an office job, like the typical office, just like stand, and everyone's just crammed in there, and there's like a computer, keyboard, you're just sitting at the same desk, and it's just like co-workers coming and bothering you, and all this like workplace gossip, and there's like tons of noise and all that stuff. That's not ideal for deep work. He explains here that the best location for deep work is like a quiet place, like your own study room, or for more intense, like a cabin in the woods. Just basically like a nice quiet place where you can like deeply focus and there's no distractions, no one coming after you, knocking on your door, just quiet, and you can focus without any external noise and distractions and all of that kind of stuff. His next point, how you'll work once you start to work. This is basically where he re-explains again the deep work and shallow work. Shallow work, where you're checking your phone and doing other things, that's not effective deep work. In fact, that is not even deep work. Deep work is when you're just hyper-focused on one thing. This is what he means about how you'll work once you start working. You have to be really focused. Just if you do that, you're going to get a lot of work done, and it's super effective. You don't want to be doing a bunch of unnecessary stuff that drains your mental power or drains your willpower and all of that kind of stuff. It'll just affect your work. The final point that we're going to talk about in this video is how you'll support your work. Now, what he's talking about in this little section is like what sort of like ritual or thing you're going to do that will just support your deep work session. This could be anything from like a cold shower, a cup of coffee, eating a specific type of food, or even going and walk. So there's a guy called Nietzsche, I think that's how you say it, and he says it's only the ideas gained from walking that have any worth. So this is something, this guy was like really big on just going for walks without anything and just letting your mind think. This is something that I've done and I've developed many ideas from. Walking is a great thing. You should definitely be doing it just without distractions. Great way to think of ideas. But other than walking, you can do cold showers to complement your deep work session. And these things are like things that you can do to just get you like a bit more like hyper focused. Like I see people who just get up in the morning and they immediately start working. And I've seen people that try to do that and they're just like absolutely half asleep. They can't do that, it doesn't work for them, but they can get up, have a cold shower, and they just like, sorry, that's just how it is in a cold shower. And then they wake up after like that 10 seconds of being in there, and they can just hammer out some fantastic work. So that's the third point there, where you just like do something that like complements your work. A walk, a shower, eating a specific type of food, having a cup of coffee. That stuff is very beneficial for you. It all works really well. So just to rephrase this little section of the book, where you'll work and for how long in a study room or in a typical office, how you'll work once you work, with distractions or without distractions, obviously without distractions, and finally, how you'll support your work with just basic rituals like I mentioned earlier, showers, walking, and all that kind of stuff. And that's that for this little video. Just found that piece of information very valuable, and I thought that I'd like to go and teach it to you in this video. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.